Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivachacha Stotra Satish Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrand Ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirahe Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Tir Bhavati Naistike. Welcome to the Nitya Harinam group. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 18, text number 29 onwards. Because this is a short one, we will finish this chapter today. 29, yesterday Prabhuji has said something about that. Shri Bali Uvacha Swagatam Te Namastubhyam Brahman Kim Karvama Ite Brahma Arshinam Tapa Sakshan Manye Tvairya Vapurdaram. Bali Maharaj, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Bali Maharaj then said to Lord Vamandev, O Brahmana, I offer you my hearty welcome and my respectful obeisances. Please let us know what we may do for you. We think of you as the personified of austerity of the great Brahmana sages. Text number 30. Adyana Pita Stripta Adyana Pavitram Kulam Adya Svista Kratur Ayam Yadbhavan Agato Grahan. O my Lord, because you have kindly arrived at our home, all my forefathers are satisfied, our family and the entire dynasty have sanctified, and the sacrifice we are performing is now complete because of your presence. Text number 31. Adhyangami suhata yata vidi dvijatma jatva charanara janam Atamaso Varbiryam Chaburaho Tata Punita Tanubi Padastava. Translation: O son of Brahmana, today the fire sacrifice is ablaze according to the injunction of the Shastra, and I have been freed from all the sinful reaction of my life by the water which has washed your lotus feet. O my Lord, by the touch of your small lotus feet, the entire surface of the world has been sanctified. Text number 32. Yad yadvatho vachansi tat patichame tvam martinam viprasutanukaya gam kanchanam gunavaddamamistam tata napeyam yatha viprakanyam graham samadrana Samradam Turagan Gajanva Ratam Tatartam Ma Sampraticha. O son of Brahmana, it appears that you have come here to ask me for something. Therefore, whatever you want, you may take from me, O best of those who are worshipable. You may take from me a cow, gold, furnished house, palatable food and drink, the daughter of Brahmana for your wife, prosperous villages, horses, elephant, chariots, or whatever you desire. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sayitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Senema E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpataru Veksha Krapa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnanebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here the starting of appearance of Vaman Dev is he has to take birth, appearance from the womb of Aditi and Kashyap. So when Kashyap wanted to fulfill Aditi's desire, he has asked her to do Payovarta, that is 7 days. It is not easy to get a lord within 7 days. Dhruva Maharaj made Lord to appear in 6 months. It is only the mercy of because Kashyap Muni is so pure and he is doing so many meditation on the Lord. Lord was very pleased to come as his son. That is the reason Aditi could bring Vaman Dev within 7 days. So we should understand that it is not our own effort we can do something. That's why today's quote also, if you see, the credit always should go to Vaishnavas and the credit should go to Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada and all the Acharyas. That's why here it is written clearly and it should be known that we don't have any power to establish anything in our life. Only because of the mercy of all these people we can do that. So it is in the Narmada river, that is northern side of the Narmada river, where the sacrifice is going on. And when he is born, Danda, umbrella, kamandalu, deer skin, all given. These Brahmanas are well qualified. They are coming from the Bhragu dynasty. That is why that area is known as Bhragu Kacha. That is because he's after his name. So when Lord appeared, he appeared not like a small dwarf. He appeared in 4-handed, blackish lotus face, bangles, armlets, helmet, and Shrivasta and ankle belts and Kastuba gem, all were there as his ornaments. He always carries it. Whenever he comes, the darkness is vanquished. Kashyap house also, there was darkness. It is all vanquished. So,
if everybody can mute the phones, please. Everybody can mute their phones. I don't know what I can do. Let me see.
So this darkness is vanquished because of the appearance of Vaman Dev. So whenever Lord appears, it was in Dwadashi and it is also known as Vijaya. So many people dancing Apsaras, singing Gandharvas, prayers by demigods and Pitas, fire god, and all other people were showering the flowers like Siddha, Vidya, Kimpurash, Sharanas, Ekshas, Rakshasas, Supanas. best of serpents. All people are praying and they're showering the flowers because Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Anantarupam Adyam Purna Purusham. He is always Adi and Anad. He comes in any form, it is worshipable and it's adorable. So here, Jata Karma, that is birthday, appearance day, they celebrated. Same time, they gave a Brahman Ted also. So he became a small changed himself into a. So and when he comes, he knows where to go. So he went to that sacrifice area. Now, when he comes to sacrifice area, Bali Maharaj was so much pleased to see him. So is a small, but it is astonishing beauty. This beauty of Krishna, Prabhupada always explaining, is all attractive. Any form of Lord, whether he comes of Vara, any form is so attractive. It diminish the attractiveness of all the people in the world, even demigod or any Lakshmis. So we should understand that he himself, when he comes, it shows his opulence so much that people around him all appreciate them. So his bright effulgences, which carries because of his beauty, and when he comes, and in the future, of course, future chapter, he came to beg Mali Maharaj some, steps that will come later. Here, when we someone asks a question of, earth, water, fire, sky, energy, false ego, these are the layers. But in other words, it is known as troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere, and magnetosphere. Space. These are the spaces at 7, and it's all based on temperature. So when Lord wants to do something, he can do anything. So that whenever we say that carbon dioxide, everything is there more, but human beings emit more than 100 times than any other things happening in the world. So human carbon dioxide is more dangerous than other things. That is why this climate change. But according to scientists, they say it's a longitudinal time shift in Earth and orbit, and it's all not known to any scriptures because they don't follow any Vedas. If they followed Vedas, they could have easily said what is the causes, how it happens, and how is the form. Here, in the future, everything is explained by the behavior and the consequences of whatever benediction he gets. So these theories, assumption, and probables all are only in the paper. It looks nice. Here, Vamandev comes personally. He didn't send his, any Pashwat, because he wants to please Bali Maharaj. He wants to please all the people there because he is always merciful on Prahlad and his family. So whoever comes in the family of the Prahlad, he made only one family, 2 Mahajans. Out of 12 Mahajans, 2 Mahajans are in front of them. So we should know that how Lord is always grateful, the small things they do that. So whenever we pray, whenever we chant, whenever we do Sankirtan, Lord will be more pleased whenever we distribute books. Here, Vamandev comes only to give back whatever demigods lost, and same time he wants to see the glory of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj's Balidan, if you see, Balidan word came from Bali Maharaj. How one can sacrifice everything in their life. He shows us the way how to sacrifice. So his name is always remembered for his sacrifice. And whatever, without thinking twice, once he said, you can take, anything you want. So he promises to give him, though is in the future it comes Shukracharya, how he forbade them because of he is losing. This most of the Brahmanas, we know that Vasishtha Muni, all these people are self-centered. They see their profit first, like most of the branded in the modern age. Everyone wants their profit. But it is not with the devotees. Devotees never want their profit. They want everyone should be released, whatever they get. When they get the pleasure by chanting, when the pleasure of service, when the pleasure of everything, they want to share. Share and care is the main purpose of the devotees. In 11.38 Bhagavad Gita, Tvam adideva purusha puranas, Tvam asya vishwasya param nidanam, Vetasti vedyam cha param chadama, Tvaya tatam vishwam anantarupa. You are the original personality of the Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifest cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes, O limitless form. The whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. So when he's showing the universal form, Lord can do anything. He can show the universal form. He can show like Vamandev. He can come as Sri Ram. Ramanavami is coming next week, 26. We should remember all this pastime of the Lord is very pleasurable and very relishable. So unless we relish this pastime, then our years are useless for us. So we should know that why Vamandev personally comes and he helps us to say his pastime every time, every moment, whenever there is occasion comes, the name of Vamandev, we relish it. All the acharyas are relished it and they give us that relishment to us also through their commentary and other things. Here, Prabhupada is giving a very, super commentary on these things. Why Vamandev was, greeted well by Bali Maharaj. How is the nature of Bali Maharaj? How he greeted him, and he's telling Bali Maharaj without knowing. See, once we know he is the Lord, Supreme Personality of Lord, then it's easy. Prahlad Maharaj, when Narsimhadev appeared, he knows he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And before that, Bali Maharaj wants to give anything he asked without knowing he's the Supreme Personality God. That is the greatness of the Bali Maharaj. He is telling that you can take cow, gold, anything to drink, horse, villages, elephants, chariots, or whatever you desire. That word, whatever you desire, that is important in these words because it is the will of Bali Maharaj that he wants to give. Just seeing Vamandev, he was so happy and he's appreciating when he comes. My yajna, my sacrifice is full. Water where we sprinkle from your lotus feet on all the family members. Every sin, everything is gone. We are free from all the sins, all our false desires, everything. We are now bereft of all the sins and other things. We are the right candidate to get the benefit of all the sacrifice. This is more important. Whatever sacrifice we do in our life, we should be not having any desire for that, only the purification. When we chant, when we associate, when we do devotion service, when we invite Vaishnavas, all these things are our purification. And when they bless, these Vaishnavas bless us, then what will happen? Our way back to Godhead is simplified. Hoof of the calf. They leave only the hoof of calf. We need not cross the ocean of this nuisance. So here we understand that Bali Maharaj sacrifice not gone in vain. He will get very good award because of that. So we will be awarded whenever we sacrifice small things. Krishna never forgets our sacrifice, attending, servicing and punctuality, sincerity. All this will not go in vain. Everything will be there for us to receive. So whenever you give charity to a Brahmana, we know that how many times it will multiply in next generation. If you give charity to Vishnu temple, how much you will be benefited. Mostly one can go back to Godhead. And with that mind, when you chant without any offense, even the sins of Himalayas or Meru Parvat can burn into ashes. That's the power of this Lord's. Because in Kali Yuga, his name and him are non-different. He has invested all his opulences in name. That's why name is more merciful than Lord himself. That is the reason Krishna doesn't want, his opulences, but he has got it. So he wants to give everything to people, not himself keep everything. Our desire is always we keep ourselves, not to give others. Krishna is not like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not like. When he opened the floodgate of Krishna Prem, he allowing everyone to steal it, everyone to take, everyone to get it. That is the reason he has come. Here, Bali Maharaj, without invitation to Vamandev, only is, Vamandev comes and blesses them because he sees the purity of Bali Maharaj and he knows why he's doing sacrifice. Most of the sacrifice done by previous kings, everything, only for the benefit of Prajas. Praja gets benefit, they will be more happy. They know when they become Krishna consciousness, everything will go, nice. Everything, no shortage anywhere, no scarcity anywhere. That's the beauty of this sacrifice where they do. And Krishna is always there to protect that sacrifice and give the benefit. So whenever we say, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, when small intelligence people, which is ignorant people, worship demigod, where we have got the opportunity to worship the Supreme Personality, the Godhead. Why to go for the small things? We get maximum benefit, and Krishna knows what is our benefit, which one to give, which one not to give. So people are still, thinking that desire is fulfilled, then we can do this. All these are not intent for us, not good for us. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, when 18,000, this thing, they are like limbs of the deities, 18,000 limbs, and 7,700, times 700 limbs in Bhagavad Gita, and 11,555 Chaitanya Charitamrita. All these, if you see, every sloka, every text is like a limb of the Lord. When you see a limb which should be respected, because we are always also part and parcel of the Lord. When we respect that limb of the represented by Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and other things also there. So it is a great katha, for it relishes any sloka, any words, any small, word can relish the whole atmosphere, including us, human being, and all living entities. That's the beauty of it. So these are always remembered as a limb of the deities. That's Krishna as a deity, and all these are limbs because it is spoken by Krishna most of the time and is written by Vedavyas, is also incarnation of Lord. So most of the commentary in our Acharya Parampara always should be considered as the limbs of Lord only. There is no different there. So whenever we want to protest, it is better to suffer than protest. Because protesting, you will not get anything. You will become bad in front of superior. You will become bad in front of others. When you suffer alone. And response and reciprocation always comes from the acharyas and Guru Maharaj and Krishna himself. So we may be having a greater skill. We think that we could have done better than him. We could have given better class than him. All this are our own notion. There is nothing truth in that. Because whatever a devotee, where a Vaishnava reads or sings or giving class, he wants to give the best of his ability. Everyone has got ability, everyone has got limitation. Because we are telling, we are guiding, we are bringing out the best of the unlimited person. Where unlimited person is giving us the opportunity to glorify with our limited brain. So we should understand that we have got limitation. We may do mistakes. We may, go little here and there, we have our things, but it is all pardoned by our acharyas, because our main purpose is to glorify the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Only one to glorify in this world. That's the reason whenever we chant, if one fellow chant, the benefit is maybe 10%, or it is 100% one way, but it is when you chant with many people, it is multiplied by 10 or 100. Just see the glorification. Whenever you go yatra with your spiritual master and chant, if there are 5,000 people, 10,000 people, just imagine the power of potency of that mantra. When 10,000 people chant, you multiply by 10 or 100, how much potency is there. That is why whenever Prabhupada mentioned 5, 6 things, that is chanting, Vaishnava Seva, Dhamma Seva, deity Seva, and whenever you go to Dhamma Seva, that is with the residing in the Dhams, very important. If you see in Radha Kund and Shama Kund, there is a connection between Radha and Sham Kund. There is a bridge which is all made up of gold, everything. They relish, all the Gopas, everything. They relish both the divine couple. They give facility to them to have their sporting, pastimes, which can be, unless it is explained by a person who knows. Krishna se tumhara Krishna diye Tumhara Shakati Ache. You have got Krishna. These people have got Krishna. So we have to dai pache pache. We have to run after them, not run after money, opposite sex, education, everything. It will not give you any value in the future, in the end of the life. We have to run after these people, Acharyas, Gurudevs, and Vaishnavas, who has kept Krishna in their heart, because Krishna himself say, I know anyone, I don't know anyone, but I know my devotees, I am in their heart and they are in my heart. Krishna reciprocates very nicely. Like that, this Vamandev reciprocated to Kashyap Muni. So his greatness in glorifying Krishna all the time, all his lifetime, though he gave some benefit to Aditi to regain her children's opulences. That is a small thing. In fact, Krishna obliges. A small thing Krishna doesn't mind oblige, because he knows the power of these rishis. Because there's all the rishis, sadhus, where they do everyday sacrifice, they offer obeisance to Lord Vishnu only, and Krishna is very pleased in that. That's why most of the time, if you see, fire sacrifice may give you some smokes, but the smoke is always clear your lungs and other thing, and you are purifying. It should not be, go away from that fire smoke. So here we are. Krishna always manifests two form, Prabhava Vaibhava. So whenever we say ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Conscious, it is not of Krishna Conscious. Because when you say of Krishna conscious, you are taking it lightly. I am part of it. You are a member, then you say you are part. ISKCON is not for them. ISKCON is for followers who really follow the four regulative principle and whichever, 16 rounds minimum chanting, association, and doing deity service, devotional service, pure devotional service, everything we should be there. So here, whenever we say Rupa is a Swayam Rupa actually, Swayam Prakasha, and it is manifestation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the heart of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. That is the reason they can bring the best out of, Krishna's pastime in Braja. Because it is given, they have already transformed, these six Goswamis, and all the empowerment is done. So whenever there is empowerment from our spiritual master and Vaishnavas, we can do the best of it, not boasting what we do, because we are Kangal, Amito Kangal, Krishna, Krishna Boli. We are always Kangal. We don't have ability to do anything. So our main purpose to get, serving the lotus feet of Vaishnavas and Acharyas and Guru Maharaj, to get and please them. When they please, everything is available in front of us. If they do not please, there is some lacuna in us. That is, we have to rectify that lacuna and come to the stage where we can really please Guru and Gauranga. So, usually, lacuna in most of the devotees and other is insecurity. They think we are not secured in Krishna consciousness. That is a foolish thing. We are very much secured in Krishna consciousness because we count the blessing we got, so much blessing. There is no question of insecurity. We need not depend on all this insurance. We have to take because we are in this world, but totally depending on this, security has got no meaning, because there are so many cameras are there in the house, so many other things are there. Even a thief can break all these things. He knows much better than that cameras. So if needed, when Krishna's deity is there at home and we worship them and we tell this house is belong to you, that is the best security we can have, because we gave everything to Krishna. We told Krishna, this is your house. You protect if you want. If you see acharyas, when they leave sometimes their own, bhajan kutira and deities, Gaur Kishore Babaji's example, if you give, he never locked his deity room. And if anybody stolen it, he will chastise the deity. I told you, you see yourself and protect yourself. And by the time he tells the deities, the stolen particle will come back, because that's the potency of the Lord. He sees the heart of his devotees and he fulfills according to that. Here also, Bali Maharaj must have been wish one way that he should see a Lord himself, and how Vamandev came and fulfilled his desires also. So, whenever completely surrender to Lord, then Lord always there to protect us. There's a reason we have to be in the, that regulation and following the whatever we have been told, 16 rounds and other association, everything. Then the power will come, because sometimes we have to break the rules. Recently, one of the earthquake in Afghanistan, they have got a rules, very strict rules. No man should touch the woman other than his wife. But in that earthquake, so many females were lying under the debris, and there is no, trained females to take them out. Because of the strict rules, they could not touch. And what happened? Everyone died. So sometimes we have to see to help. We know the story of that sadhu, gave the right answer and he was punished actually by the law, by the king. So later he came to know, then he released it. That's a different. But for the sake of serving devotees, we can tell lies because the lie itself is the truth. One way it benefits. So we have to see in this world what is happening, why it is happening. We have to ask two things is more important in our life. One is our birth, why we are born here, and what is the why I am put in this miserable condition in this world, material world. Then why, if you ask, the answer will come from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because for the purification, because we have to ourselves change according to the family life, everything we were brought here, and how we make a change, how we transform other, and we transcend afterwards once it transforms. That's the reason Prabhupada has prepared from 1923 to 65 only to see how he planned, how we and Krishna helped him such a way that exact that time only started changing hippie movements, visa movements, everything changed on that particular year, 65, 66. That's why Krishna is making a plan before executing our own plan. When we tune our plan with Krishna's plan, everything will be. That's why today's quote also, Guru Maharaj sent all these youngsters to me to, fulfill the desires of Krishna. So that arrangement is done by Krishna only through a spiritual master and other acharyas. We should not be bothered when we go out for book distribution. We should not be bothered how many books we number doesn't count. It is our endeavor and the sincerity and the mind mind focus, then only if the result will come. Krishna doesn't see how many books you sold. Krishna sees your you know endeavor. In Vrindavan, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Balabhadra Bhattacharya, there is a rumor that Krishna appeared again. In the night, he comes in the light and having ras dance, everything. Because what Balabhadra Bhattacharya told, he wants to go and see that. And what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, he slapped him. Because in front of Balabhadra Bhattacharya, Krishna is standing as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he want to, some people are spreading the rumor, we want to see, leaving the Lord. We should not do the same foolishness. When we go to some other festival or anything, leaving our own Lord in the temple, leaving our own, that is utter foolishness. Because there you don't get anything. Just there, according to their condition, they celebrate some of the festival which is not related to Krishna. We cannot go to anywhere which is not related to Krishna. Exception is our relatives' marriage, everything. That's okay. In that also, we can make them Krishna consciousness. Singing, when they change the dress, we can sing Hare Krishna Maha Mantra with our wonderful devotees. So we can change everything, the situation, whenever we go. We should not be thinking, no, here I cannot do anything. When your desires is simply to glorify Krishna and you are keeping Krishna in the center, everything comes into places. Otherwise, many times we have seen recently one of the marriage in MP, the bride went to a beauty parlor and she took 4 hours to come, 4 to 4.5 hours. By the time bridegroom left and he took back the Bharati, and bride's father was weak at heart. He collapsed and he died. So we should know where to spend our time, how much we have to spend, how much right movement is necessary. That's why whenever we think of doing something other than satisfying Krishna's desire, our spiritual master of essence, we have to think 100 times before doing that. That's why here Vaman Dev, how he comes with the brilliance of his effulgence, which is attracted by everyone, and how auspicious when Krishna comes personally. And that's why whenever we chant our routine 16 rounds, our focus is we are inviting Krishna and he wants to dance on our tongue. If he wants to dance our tongue, our attitude and our, all the absorption, chanting and listening to that is more important, because when he dances, our purification is perfect. Purification is almost done. But that stage to come, that we have to do offenseless chanting and very absorbing chanting, and we are concentrating without any disturbance in that whatever 16 rounds takes for one. So entire Bhagavatam, entire Bhagavad Gita, everything is, if you see, bhakti is not depend on any all these things. Bhakti is personal relation between oneself with Krishna. He has got so many relationships. So he wants to come as Vaman Dev to build a relationship with Raj and other people. We should understand that. It is not that Lord wants to take some, when he came as Nursing Dev, when he's come, so many, if you see all the incarnation, there are so many incarnations. If one keeps on, chanting the incarnation, Srimad Bhagavatam would be like encyclopedia. So much books would have been printed. So we have given around 26 incarnation and something more than that. If you see how we get a strength for everything, only because our sadhana and sadhyas are good. Both are doing very well. That's the only shelter. When I take shelter of the transcendental divine couple, then they will bless us. They will come to our rescues whenever we want, whenever we need, whenever we remember. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur always tells, embracing he says, you embrace the quality of the gurus, not the education qualification. Guru may be knowing entire, Vedas, everything. We can't go after it because we have got limited. They are all, most of them are come all the way from Golok Vrindavan and Vaikuntha they came. They know everything about Krishna and what is the quality of Krishna. That is why we have to educate ourselves with the quality of the Guru. We have to follow the quality. What are the quality, best quality we can take? Guru may be having thousands of good qualities, but we take one or two, we are sure can go back to Godhead. So it is always said, Kirtaniya Sadahari, not Japaniya Sadahari. So when you do Kirtan in the, congregation, congregation will be purified, atmosphere is purified, one who's listening is purified, and whole world is purified. That is why it is necessary to do Nagar Sankirtan, other Sankirtan, everywhere we go, whenever we travel opportunity. Then suffering will become less in this world, because the power of holy name is so much. They can always bring down the suffering of this world. That's the reason our business is to only to connect them to Krishna, anyone, through our chanting and everything. So here, for the sake of Vaishnavas, we'll sing one small song. Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuwana Kore Chak Charana Vanda Nilachale Shankar Chakra Gada Padmada Nadiya Nagare Dandaka Mandulaka Keho Bole Pura Beravana Padila Golokera Vaibhavalila Prakash Korila Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuwana Koreka Charana Vanda Shri Radha Babe Yeve Gaura Avata Hare Krishna Mahamantra Karila Pacha Vasudeva Ghosh Bole Kori Jada Jai Go Se Krishna Se Jagannath Vasudeva Ghosh Bole Kori Jada Jai Go Se Krishna Se Jagannath Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvana Korecha Charana Vanda. Whether it is Vamandev, whether it is Krishna, whether it is Jagannath, whether it is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, everyone has got such a potency to transform her and transcend for our benefit. Though we have to take their lotus feet and we have to worship them. And through Vaishnavas also we can do the same thing. When we worship Vaishnavas and Guru Maharaj, same effect will be there. They are the correct representative of all this. Whichever name you take, then we will be in a greater position to serve the Lord himself. He'll be pleased with our attitude and behavior and our sincerity. I'll stop here. Anything anyone can add, please. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my Danat Pranam to you. Shubhapat ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for the wonderful nectarian class. And, it's so nice for us to hear morning, evening. Like Srila Prabhupada mentions that, always the Sankirtan movement is going on. As the sun is moving, it's like going on all over the world. Mangal Arati is happening as the time is shifting. So, similarly, your class is like, purifying us all. So thank you so much, and one small question I have is like, this, I know for some people in the beginning of the class, you were speaking about the holy name, like the holy name is not different from Krishna, is Krishna only like that. But why does it not touch the heart of everybody? Why does it touch a heart of only people, few people who take it up?
Condition, Mataji, we are all conditioned. 8.4 millions lifetime we are conditioned. It is not death. If you are got grease and oil and haldi in your garment, it is not easy to remove it. It takes long time. There is this detergent of Hare Krishna Mata is so powerful. It can burn all the sins, but your desire, it cannot burn it. It takes long time purify the desires. We have got so many desires. Sitting in one place also, we think of so many things. We will do that, we will do this, we will buy that, we will go there. All these desires should stop. Like, 6 Goswamis, they never, lived under one tree more than one day because they think they will be attached. Such their desires. Our desires is one house, lifelong. When we leave the body also in the same house, we want. And other things also, our car, our bank balance, we want for ourselves. So that desires will make us condition. Once you're conditioned, it's difficult for Maha Mantra. Because we have got our own independence. That little independence are almost killing us. If the independence was not there, we have no choice just to follow. But independence, because Krishna has got his own independence, he wants to keep, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. That makes us condition. This condition That's why Prabhupada wants us to decondition it by serving properly. That's why he always says pure devotional service. We are doing, most of us doing devotion service, not pure, because it is contaminated with our desires. Some few times we have seen when they, this Vaishnavis cook, they think this is not good for my husband. But that there, when they are doing their duty, anything should not come in between them. We know the example of Sham Sundar Prabhu was smoking when he was carving. So why a cigarette should come in between you and Lord, Srila Prabhupada said. So we should think why our negative desires, which is not pleasing Krishna, should come whenever we are doing our service. Once we get rid of that, we are the right candidate to go back to God.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And also, like for some people, like you mentioned, the point about preaching is important because maybe the name of Krishna is falling for the first time in their life. And they are so conditioned that it's not really sinking in for them to eventually start chanting. So we should continue, our endeavor so they can hear more Krishna and Krishna's katha, give prasadam. So that way, they will develop that sukriti, even if it's this not this life, it's next life. And that is completely up to Krishna. Right. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So if anybody has any question, comments, or Prabhuji can please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Gita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this very wonderful class.
Thank you.
So many beautiful
Everything.
points. Yeah.
So you want to become Ashraya Tattva or Ashrita Tattva? Which one you want?
I'm sorry, Prabhuji, I don't know the difference.
You want to take shelter of Krishna or you want to give shelter to all? Which one you want?
Both, I think.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just joking.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Mataji, Dandavat.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All
glories. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. And
Prabhuji,
you.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji. In your class, you mentioned like there was one statement that said we should not protest but suffer.
Yeah, now
suppose
your senior tell you have done already 3 duties, okay? Some duties you have done. He said to continue and your body is not ready for that. Then what you select? Walk away from that situation or you continue service?
But Prabhu, if our body is like it's not in that shape, right? Like
see, Mataji, body is always in the good shape. It is the mind that tricks you. Whenever Gadadhar, was serving his deity, what happened? Deity sat down because he could not stand. So reciprocation is always there whenever we do. In my personal experience, I had, severe back pain. I have to serve of course, I should not tell my own experience, but I'm telling you, when I'm serving, the plate is heavy, so I could not lift the plate. Somehow I moved it, with the trolley, everything, and it done. And after sometimes I was almost, 80% correct. So the Lord always reciprocates, Mataji. That is why the mental suffering is there. We think body cannot do. Many times we think. But you see the example of Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj and his disciple, his disciple Kuvera Prabhu. You heard of him?
no, Prabhu.
So he has so much pain. He was in wheelchair. It was once he went to, but he goes to temple with so much difficult, changing the train, changing the bus, everything. If somebody is not there, he himself push everything done. Once he, want to enter the bus, somebody pushed him. He fell down, but he didn't, wait. He tried, and he again put it in a wheelchair and went. And when there is it is not Vyas Puja, it was something, glorification or gratitude ceremony was there, his Kuvera. So there was 25% Muslim, 25% Christian, 25% atheist, and 25% Vaishnavas were there in that hall. Everyone is crying. He was in wheelchair. He could not talk much. He took with the help of, he talked like, help of other people. Why? He is suffering completely, but he never protested. He never protested to Lord. Why, Lord? Why I'm giving? Why I'm suffering in this world? He never. So many examples are there in Bhagavatam. So many devotees never, protested. Why? That is why I told we have to mentally also suffer. It's okay. It's not a big deal, because we have to see. That's why we have to see always how many people are richer than us. We have to see how many people are poor than us. Why we are going to Sankirtan? Because they are poor in the Krishna consciousness. In the sun we may suffer. There was a disciple of Indradumna Maharaj in Russia. Every day she used to go in that, so much cold, -30, -4, because her spiritual master told her, distribute books. She didn't see, and she collected so much money, and she was having only one stove in her room when Indradumna Maharaj visited, and nothing, one sari, one or two sari. She used to change everything. She never kept. She had money. She distributed so many books. She kept everything. When her Guru Maharaj came, she gave everything to him. He, water. He was crying. The devotion of and in discipline of disciple. Such a disciples are there in this world. So they suffer. They never protest. Whether it is. That is the reason I quoted that. Not because always you have to do that. There is a limitation for everyone. Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Because I was trying to recall the class we had on Thursday. In that class, the Prabhuji specifically said, if your body is taken, like I'm talking about in situations when you're really not like you're feeling lazy or you're mentally tired, but when physically sometimes your body requires
So I gave you the example of Kuvera wheelchair.
Yeah.
Changing the train, changing the bus without help, and he coming to temple. And I gave example how everyone, he made such an impression in every religion, Christian, Islam, anyone, atheist, they are praising him. His inability situation also is doing something for their benefit. We have been not in that position. But even Haridas Thakur's position we never had,
Yes.
But still mentally sometimes we feel we cannot do that. Because my own experience, I had such position, but I forced myself, I could do that. But that is insignificant, not even 0.0001. But other people have done, so much. Prabhupada, if you see, when he's in the last stage on his bed, he cannot do anything. Other people would have been relaxed. He started giving, translating. So these are the examples are there. So many. I can quote at least 10, 15. There are thousands of examples. They are never protested. They suffered. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj is one. Kuvera Prabhu is one. So many are there. So many Matajis are there. Ladini Mataji. If you see anyone, they suffered. There is one more, Tamal Krishna Maharaj disciple in Dallas. I don't know. I don't recollect her name. She also suffered, but she never protested. Never protested one. That's the reason I said protesting is easy, Mataji. I cannot do. Not a big deal. But suffering ourselves for the benefit of others, that is a great thing. Ultimately, Krishna loves it. He knows our capacity. In that, not having that capacity also, we are trying. We may not be succeeded, but we are trying to give the best of us. Then rest is, Krishna will take care. Okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you so much for this nectar class and
all glories to Nitya Harinam Sangha.
and especially the bhajan you sang for Jagannath. It was so beautiful, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
See, when I first time go to Gopinath temple, I was a medical director somewhere. I went, I stood aside. I was seeing, but I wonderstruck with the brahmacharis, how much they, give their everything for the purpose of Krishna consciousness. So that I saw, I didn't got attracted by it. Initially, I'm talking first day, deities or anything. I was attracted by brahmacharis, and that day I could not dance, but next time I started dancing. So we should see what is the purpose wherever you attracted something which indirectly or directly connect to the Supreme Person, divine couple. That is okay. That is wonderful. It is, you need not be having, strength to do. We are not multi-task people. We may be having one or two tasks which we can do nicely. So that's the reason that Prabhuji must have told, whichever ability you can do, you can do. But suffering and protesting is different. Hare Krishna Mataji, if nobody has got
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Any clarification or anything to add?
No, Prabhuji, it was so wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Okay, then we'll stop if you don't mind. Because the problem is whenever I get here service, I got service in temple also. I have to run now to offer 8 o'clock offering.
It's so inspiring, Prabhuji. You have service till you gave us time and your guidance. Yeah.
It is Lord wish, Mataji, what we can. It is all Lord serving me.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Panchaklapaturyasya kripa sindhu vacha patitanam pavanebhyo
Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Nam Sangha ki jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Murali Valla Prabhu ki jai.
All the assembled devotees ki
Hare
jai.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
God bless.
Bol,
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Bol, Hare
Hari
Bol.
Bol.